Listen, group chats are annoying. Okay, here's the problem with group chats. If it becomes more than four people, it inevitably ends up becoming an issue. Okay, there's always one Android phone messing up the group chat.
What are we doing?
If the group chat is 90 to 100% iPhones, and it is a 100% blue bubble iMessage group chat, there should be no room. There should be no room for an Android phone. And I know what you're saying, Levi, we have RCS now, so it's pretty much fixed. I'm telling you, no, it's not. It's still terrible. We cannot text my mother because she refuses to get rid of her Android phone in the group chat. So no one uses the group chat anymore. There's always, I'm sorry, it's fine. But at the end of the day, it always ruins it. And so that's one problem. And especially when you have more than 5 people. When there's more than 5 people in the group chat. And if we're talking 18 people in a group chat, can you imagine the notification? Can you imagine the notifications? They're off the charts. Every time someone thumbs ups it, puts an emoji on it, likes a message, responds, it's at minimum with 18 people, at minimum 9 to 13 notifications per message that comes in.
What are we doing?
And I don't think that my brain could really handle. I would have left. If I would have been automatically added to a group chat full of 18 plus national security advisors, Homeland Security, the vice president of the United States, whoever these people are, basically Trump's entire team, right? That's what I'm to understand. These people, Pete Hegseth, John Ratcliffe, Secretary of State Marco Rubio, you know the names. They're in this Signal group chat talking about the State of the Union, bombing Yemen, most importantly, and a handful of other things that revolve around the topic of national security in the United States. Now, they're doing this while clearly still working from home. I was under the impression that they had to return to the office.
What are we doing?
Why aren't they having these conversations face to face? They should be having them face to face because there's no reason they should be working from home. If they're on a Signal group text thread, that means they're all working from not in the same room. So why wouldn't this just be a face to face conversation? So we should look into that first and foremost. And secondly, what I think needs to be really discussed here is the fact that we have now made the plans for and the execution of bombing another country national news due to an administration who thinks that Signal is a secure texting app. Now, I know what we can start typing in the comments, Levi. It's encrypted from end to end, and it is an anonymous texting service. It's not like WhatsApp and all these other apps, whatever. It's not so secure when the screenshots of the entire thing are read out loud on CNN.
What are we doing?
How is it secure now? It's the same issue of Clubhouse. It's the same issue we have with all of national security and private data. You can screenshot anything. Why, might I ask, to the Signal developers who made this such a secure app, if I can't screen record Netflix on my desktop because they have some form of codec that just makes it a blackout screen so that we can't pirate and copy their content, etc., why can't we have code within the Apple app ecosystem or the Signal app that whites and or blackouts all screenshots on any device ever when they're on signalserver.com?
What are we doing?
Because if we were ultimately secure as a secure texting app, Signal app, hey, this wouldn't have happened. So now we have this issue where it's allegedly basically all of the rulers of the current cabinet administration are talking about these plans and inviting journalists from The Atlantic to the group chat. And so, of course, now that the story's out, Trump is holding no accountability for this. He's like, what, text? I never got a text. I don't know what's going on. And so now we've got this lady. She's a quick one. She's a feisty blonde who likes to get shit done. Caroline Leavitt, she's going to be a force to reckon with these next 4 years. And of course, she's found her way to Fox News. Whether we like him or not, that's where she went. I'm sorry, this is a clip we got. And it's one of those situations where they're trying to grill her and she just throws the playbook at him. This never happened. We're the White House. We say what goes. This is fake. The Atlantic, it's all fake news.
President Trump absolutely has the full confidence in his national security team, Jesse. That includes our great national security advisor, Mike Waltz, Secretary Pete Hegseth. And the American people should be grateful to these individuals, and especially to President Trump, for putting together such a competent and highly qualified team who are killing terrorists that the Biden administration allowed to run wild in the Middle East. And that is the real story here. We had Houthi terrorists firing at American naval ships and commercial vessels in the Red Sea. The Biden administration removed the foreign terrorist designation from this radical terrorist group, allowed them to take these actions, put American lives at risk, shut down the freedom of navigation in the seas. And because of the effort of my colleagues and President Trump, we are now killing these terrorists. We have redesignated them as a foreign terrorist organization, and Americans in the world are safer because of it.
Woo!
What are we doing?
His butthole was clinging so tight. That was 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10, Caroline Leavitt, to explain away the reason why our vice president and all of his friends are making threats and plans to bomb another conch on a text chain, a group chat. It's fascinating, the story. I don't quite really understand what it means or where we go from here, or how we fix it, or if it's it just, it would seem, I'm pretty sure what happened. Did Dave flip? Dave Portnoy flipped. Dave Portnoy made a video like 2 days ago talking about how he's like, this is a royal mistake. I'm out on this administration. And if you remember, Dave Portnoy, Dana White, Joe Rogan, Theo Vaughn, pretty much all of the higher up millionaires in this country who own property in multiple states were 100% for Donald Trump's tax plan because it didn't really affect them. And with Elon in power, they're like, ooh, if Elon's going to take care of the billionaires, it'll most likely trickle down to the millionaires. So we're going to align ourselves with Donald Trump this season. And so now that they've done that, it's kind of sort of backfiring. And people like Dave Portnoy talking about Donald Trump is one of those situations where, it's here. Just let's listen to Portnoy.
In this new administration, you want to take accountability. Trump, you may love Michael Waltz. You love Pete Hegseth. You may love these guys. Somebody has to go down. To me, it's Michael Waltz. He's the one who added him to this conversation.
Right.
But you can't have the top of the top security people in the United States with the most sensitive information in the world adding random editors of a magazine that hates Trump's guts to a group chat talking about an attack before it happens on a terrorist group.
It's like,
you can't poo-poo it.
It's high school drama. It's like there's nothing else that it's like, you know what I mean? We've all texted the wrong number in those rage nights. I remember when I was in high school, I had 4 or 5 text threads going on my slide up T-Mobile T9 keyboard. And I mean, I was quick, bro. You remember those texting days? You were quick. You had 12 convos going and you sent at least whoops, wrong person, sorry, 12 times a day because you get lost in the sauce and you think you're texting back one person. You accidentally add another one to the group chat. And the next thing you know, we have a national security mess on our hands.
What are we doing?
You can't downplay it. You have to sit up there and be like, holy shit. This is a fuck up of epic proportions. There will be accountability. I will get to the bottom of this. And frankly, I think I don't like calling for people's heads. Michael Waltz, it seems like you're the guy who added him to the group chat. You have to lose your job. You should step down. You cannot be adding random people to a group chat with this sensitive, classified information. Just be like, oh, no, poo-poo. It's on him. He should have left the group chat instantly. This guy shouldn't have stayed in. It's on Jeffrey Goldberg for not immediately being like, hey, I should be in. No. It's on you for adding him. And this has to be something that, and this is why I hate politics.
Yep.
You have to stand up here and be like, what a fuck up. I will demand answers, accountability in the heads. I don't care if you're right,
but he's
left.
not.
There's nothing being made up here. Jeffrey Goldberg is telling the truth. It's obvious these texts are real. It's obvious they're classified. It's obvious we gave away the strike information 2 hours before it happened. We're lucky it didn't cause the death of American military members. Somebody has to go down for this. This is a mistake. This isn't a Barstool mistake where you let an idiot hang around like Mitzi. This is a mistake that can't happen twice. It cannot happen once.
Right.
So you have to make a change and show it'll never happen. And these are the top intel guys that we have in the country. Adding a rando, the editor of The Atlantic, to the most sensitive group chat in the world, somebody's got to go down. That's just the facts. You can't poo-poo this.
Damn.